Welcome back, everybody, to the Washington Nationals MLB 26 franchise. We just wrapped up the NLDS, beat the Mets 3-2. Tight fought first 4 games, and then we blew them out in Game 5. Now we're going to take on another division rival in the Miami Marlins as they upset the number 1 seed LA Dodgers, who won over 100 games this year. And if you look at what we did against Miami head-to-head this year, played them at the very beginning of May, lost 2 out of 3. And about 2 weeks later, we lost 3 out of 4. And then in August, we beat them 2 out of 3. And then in September, we ended the season, beat them 2 out of 3 as well. So we ended up losing 7, winning 6 head-to-head. So very tight head-to-head matchup there. Look at their lineups. Stowers, Paredes, Carpenter. Otto Lopez missed a chunk of the year being injured. Robles, Edwards, Ballesteros, Vaughn, and Ramirez. That's their right-handed against lefty. Marcy comes in, and they just shift guys around. New DH during the regular season. Kyle Stowers hit 37 homers, drove in 99. Paredes hit 38 home runs, drove in 94. Kerry Carpenter hit 46 home runs, drove in 113. Lopez hit 13 home runs, Robles 22, Edwards 13, Ballesteros had 27, Andrew Vaughn had 20. They got a lot of power through this order. On the pitching side, Thomas White will be their Game 1 starter. During the season, he was 8-7 with a 6.13 ERA. Christian Javier, 5-15 with a 5.06. Yuri Perez, 10-10, 4.54. Max Meyer was their best pitcher at 14-5 with a 3.14. Noble Meyer got called up just for the postseason. Robbie Snelling is going to be pitching in the bullpen. He was 6-8 with a 5.32 ERA as a starter. Jansen Junk also started during the season. He was 4-2 with a 4.15 ERA. And they have Helsley setting up. Ronnie Henriquez is their closer. He had a 2.38 ERA and 43 saves. So their pitching is not nearly as good as ours. So we get into a slugfest. Might be an issue if we can outpitch them. This should be a pretty easy series for us, but nothing's easy till you get in and actually play the games. Now let's hop in. We're going to play the first 3 games of the series. First 2 at home. Cade Horton against Thomas White. Brady Singer against Christian Javier. And I'm going to adjust the rotation. It's not going to be Roki in this game. McClanahan pitched here, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 days off. So we're going to pitch Shane here. Roki will pitch in this Game 4. If we go to a Game 7, McClanahan will be able to come back and pitch in that Game 7. If it goes shorter, then he'll be ready to go for Game 1 of the World Series. So let's get into Game 1 right now. And it is the NLCS Game 1. We are back. We are happy to be back. Also very happy that we don't have to face the Dodgers because division rival Miami Marlins knocked them off in 5 games. So we have to go through 2 National League East teams to get back to the World Series this year. Marlins have momentum since they knocked off the 100-plus win Dodgers. We also have momentum because we had a big Game 5 to knock off the Mets. It's the Miami Marlins. It's the Washington Nationals. It's Game 1 of the NLCS here on MLB The Show 26. And on the mound for us today, Cade Horton is going to get Game 1 start. See what he did in the first round against the Mets. He was outstanding just like he was last year. Definitely need him to have another one of those performances tonight. Not sure which offense we're going to get tonight, but hopefully have good pitching either way. First man up is going to be left fielder Kyle Stowers. First pitch of the game is a one-hop smash. Oh, caught line drive. Okay, I thought it was a one-hop, but McVay snags that above the ground, and here's their lineup. Carpenter's dangerous. Dude had 40-plus home runs. Went over all their power on this team. Augustin Ramirez is a dangerous threat down at number 9, so we have to worry about this series turning into a slugfest, and Isaac Paredes is going to step in now. Nobody on, 1 out. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch from Horton. And in the dirt, swing and a miss. Ford gets it. Throw down to first. Oh, and he pulls McVay off the bag, and Paredes is going to be safe. Man, strikeout, and then E2 cost us the second out. That wasn't a wild pitch. That was a wild throw. And I'll bring in Kerry Carpenter now with 1 on and 1 out. Well, I guess it was a wild pitch in the dirt, but it was an error. He didn't reach because of the wild pitch. Here's a smash past McVay into right field. Wood cuts it off. Paredes on his way to third, and just like that, Instead of having 1 on and 2 out, we have men at the corners and only 1 out. Can't give them extra base runners, and that'll bring in Otto Lopez. Had a rough year this year. He was injured for a good chunk of it. Hasn't done well since he came back. And he's going to swing and miss on the high four-seamer and strike out. So Horton gets a big strikeout there. Keeps that runner at third base. See this replay. Challenges him up at the letters, and Lopez was a day late on that one. That'll bring in Victor Robles, known more for his defense and speed. But look at that. He had 5 home runs, 8 RBIs so far in his first 2 rounds. He's behind 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 at the knees. There we go. So Cade Horton pitches around. The error by the catcher and the base hit. 2 men on. Don't get him in. He's pumped. Hopefully our bats are pumped. We're going to head to the bottom of the first inning here in game 1. There's no score. You know, the big boys are up early in this game for us. And on the mound for the Marlins tonight is the lefty Thomas White. He was 8-7 with a 6.13 ERA in the regular season. He has a very high walk rate in the playoffs, but a really good ERA. Hopefully we can make him pay for those walks. Tom McVay is going to try and lead things off, having a struggle fest, hitting 190 here in the postseason. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from White. And swing and a miss way out in front of that changeup. And there's strikeout to start at the bottom of the first inning. Here's our lineup. Same lineup we used in Game 5 against the Mets. Caballero in at second base. I think that might be the only change. And that'll bring in Byron Buxton with nobody on and 1 out. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a high fly ball into right field. Carpenter racing back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone! Byron Buxton gets the scoring started early for the Nationals here in Game 1. Apo Taco to the bullpen in right field. There we go. I mean, that's his 3rd home run we've seen him hit to right field or right center field in this postseason. He gets the scoring started. Don't even need to worry about getting on and stealing base. He's going to walk around the bases. Just takes that outside pitch, drives it to right center field. There we go. Quick start. Always love to have those. That'll bring in James Wood now. See what he's doing in the postseason. 3 solo homers, but look at that average. Look at that OPS. Having a great postseason this year. Heading to count 3-1. Here's a pitch from Wood. And outside for ball 4. So there we go. Get a man on again now with 1 on and 1 out. I'll bring in Kazuma Okamoto. Had an exceptional first round against the Mets. See if he can carry that forward here in the NLCS. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And he swings through that slider down and in. Just dove down under his bat. And that's his 2nd out. 2nd strikeout of the inning. And that'll bring in Vinny, who's had his struggle since starting with Game 3 last round. And here's a pop foul up the third base side over towards the stands. Is that going to get out of play? No! Paredes jumps and catches it. Steals it. And there you go. So Buxton gets the scoring started with that solo shot to right center field. See if we're going to have that one of those days out of Byron or not. Let's go. We go to the 2nd inning. Leading off for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards, second baseman. A really, really good first 2 rounds for them. Got a 3-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Cade. And strike 3 at the letters. I'm not sure what he's looking at there, but we'll take that. That's a dangerous hitter. Not necessarily for power, just getting on base. He's going to sit down, and Moises Ballesteros, catcher, used to be with the Cubs, is going to step in. Nobody on and 1 out and an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Horton, and swinging it, and he strikes out on the 4-seamer down and in. And that'll be the 2nd out here in the 2nd inning. It's already his 5th strikeout. That'll bring in Andrew Vaughn now with nobody on and 2 outs. You got to worry about with all these strikeouts is the high pitch count. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Vaughn, and a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So he's got 6 strikeouts in 2 innings. One of those reached on the air, but Cade Horton has a strikeout pitch going for sure tonight. We're up 1-0 heading to the bottom of the 2nd inning. And first man up for us is going to be Wyatt Langford. Stuck him in the lineup late in the series against the Mets, and he really took off. We'll see those numbers. OPS of 2,400. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch from White. It's a smash to short. Lopez has that. Throw to first. There's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 1st inning. That'll bring in shortstop Eli Willits. So used to seeing him bat left-handed with a righty on the mound. He's behind 1-2. There's a pitch from White. And jam shot, pop fly, shallow right. Carpenter comes in a few steps, and he'll take that for the second out. Pitch kind of ate him up. That'll bring in Harry Ford. See his numbers much, much, much better than what he did last postseason. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Here's the pitch. There's a line shot into left field. Racing over is Stowers, and he'll have that for the third out. So, quick 1-2-3 inning for White and the Marlins. We trail 1-0 as we head to the third inning. And first man up for the Marlins, Agustin Ramirez, playing DH. He's a much better hitter than he is a catcher. 0-1 count on him. Here's the pitch from Cade. There's a shot into right field. Racing over is Wood, and he's got it. Base hit, leadoff base hit there for Ramirez. Now the Marlins have the tying run on for Kyle Stowers. Plenty of power in his bat. He had 37 home runs, 99 ribs during the season. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a shot to short. Knocked down, gets past Willits, and everybody's going to be safe. Made a great play to stop it, but then the ball trickled away, and Stowers is going to get on after that. So now they get their first two men on. Nobody out. Paredes coming up. He struck out and then reached on the error by Ford in the first inning. Full count on him. Here's the pitch. And strike three on the outside corner with the changeup. It was a foul ball fest that at bat, and he's up to 7 strikeouts now. It's Cade Horton, and now bring in Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter had 46 homers, 113 RBI during the season. Got to be careful here. And there's a pop-up left field's third base side over by the NLCS logo. Okamoto's got that, and that was a huge out there on a very dangerous hitter. Now to bring in the struggling Otto Lopez. 2 on, 2 out here in the third. See if Cade can get out of this jam. 2-2 pitch is in the dirt, swing and a miss. Ford takes his time, makes a good throw. There we go, and we get him. So they get their first 2 men on, can't get him in. 2 more strikeouts for Horton. He is very dominant tonight with the strikeout pitch. And we're up 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And first man up for us is going to be Jose Caballero. See, he's struggling at the plate. Giving us great defense, though. Need to get him on. He's got great speed. Full count on him. Here's the pitch from White. And a little jam shot to right field, and that's going to drop in front of Carpenter. So Caballero's going to get on. He's one of those guys, we're going to send him right away. One of the reasons why I traded for him. White comes set. There he goes. Here's the pitch. Outside. Throw down. And nowhere close. Is he in safe? So Caballero, Buxton, McVeigh. They're going to go. First pitch as soon as they get on. So now we have a man on second. Nobody out. 1-0 pitch to McVeigh. There's a line shot past third base to left field. Caballero's going to have to stop at third. He had to wait to see if that was going to be caught. So now we have men at the corners and nobody out. That man, Byron Buxton, homered in the first. Stepping in now. See how careful they want to pitch to him. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And here's a ground ball, second base. Throw to second for 1. Oh, he throws it away. They don't even get 1. 1 runner's going to score. And we're going to have men at second and third and nobody out. Wasn't sure if they're going to be able to turn 2 on that play. They didn't get any. E4 by Xavier Edwards. Now we have second and third and nobody out. And James Wood is coming to the plate. There he is. Great early RBI chance for him. Try and blow this game open very early. He has a full count. Here's the pitch. Here's a shot into right field. Carpenter racing back to the track, shy of the wall. Got it. Tag. Both runners go. Throw comes in. And there we go. It's 3-0 Nationals. Big sac fly by James Wood. That'll bring in Okamoto. Struck out his first time. Still have a man in scoring position, less than 2 out. Just need to get this ball to the right side on the ground or in the air. 3-2 pitch. There's a line shot into right field. Carpenter racing back, and he's got it. Buxton tags, and he's never going to get him. And there we go. Back-to-back sac flies, and now it is 4-0 Nationals here in the third inning. That'll bring in the struggling Vinny Pasquantino. Really need to get his bat going. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch from White. And, strike 3 on the outside corner. Thought that was going to be outside, but he paints the corner. Get himself out of the inning. But we double the lead up to 4-0 now as we head to the 4th inning. And we're going to skip to the top of the 5th. Nobody did much of anything in the 4th inning on either side, so Agustin Ramirez is going to lead things off. Still 4-0 Nationals. Here's the pitch from Horton. It is a smash into left field. Now it'll be a base hit, so they get their leadoff man on here in the 5th inning. And pitching out a little bit of a danger early in this game. Stowers steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Horton's been using the strikeout to get out of those jams, though. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Base hit past Okamoto down the left field line. Langford cuts it off, and the runner's going to go to third. And late decision, they both move up, so that's going to be a double to left field line. So now they have second and third and nobody out, and Paredes coming in. He's struck out twice already. See if Horton can get him to strike out a third time. He's got him down 1-2. Looking for the punch out. And here's a line shot into right. Wood has it. Both runners tag. Throw comes in, and they're going to be on the board with a sac fly. They cut the lead down to 4-1. Just couldn't get him to miss that pitch. That'll bring in the dangerous Kerry Carpenter. He's 1 for 2 with a single. He just needs to get the ball to the outfield, make it 4-2. Count goes full. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball past Okamoto again down the left field line. Cut off by Langford. Throw coming in, and Carpenter is going to beat the throw to second base, so he's going to have an RBI double. It's the second one this inning. It just got out of his reach. Now it is 4-2, and the tying run comes to the plate, and Otto Lopez, 3-2 pitch, and he swings and misses and strikes out for the second out of the inning. Strikeout number 9 for Cade Horton. See his pitch usage there. Four-seamer and sweeper. But he uses the most, and that'll bring in Robles. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. 2-1 pitch to him is a ground ball, broken bat. Back to the pitcher. Horton throws, and he gets out of the inning. But the Marlins battle back, get 2 runs, cut the lead back down to 2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. McVay, Buxton, and Wood coming up. Leading off, Tom McVay, 1 for 2 with a single. Run scored. Need him to get hot. Our offense much better when he's hitting the ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Jacob Miller. There's a smash into right field. Carpenter racing back, and that ball is off the wall. On his way to second, McVay. He's going to be in with a leadoff double. Wasn't close to going out. Hit low off the wall, but he got it over his head. Here we go. Now we don't have to steal him in scoring position. That'll bring in Buxton. He's 1 for 2 with a home run. Got the count full now. Wood on deck. Here's the pitch. And he swings and misses and strikes out on that low four-seamer, and that's a first out here in the inning. Miller came in the 4th inning to replace Thomas White. That'll bring in James Wood now. Sack fly his last time. Down to count 0-2. Here's the pitch. And he swings and misses and strikes out on a low four-seamer. So Buxton and Wood can't get that runner in. That'll bring up Okamoto now. 0 for 1 with a sack fly. He's going to need a 2-out base hit. Extend this lead. Miller comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a line shot to center field, and McVay rounding third. He's going to come in and score. The Nationals are going to be up 5-2 here. Clutch 2-out RBI for Okamoto. Been doing it all playoffs. That'll bring in Vinny Pasquantino. 0 for 2 tonight. Not been clutch since game 2 of the first round. Heading count 3-1 though. I'll definitely take a walk. And there we go. He walks him, so now we have 2 men on and 2 men out. At least he got on base. And that'll bring in Wyatt Langford. 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. Very hot bat in game 5 against the Mets. See if we can get this going. Got a full count. Runners off with a pitch. And outside for ball 4. So Miller pitching himself into a lot of trouble. Kind of bases loaded. 2 outs here in the 5th. Already have 1 run in. Eli Willits stepping in. Big RBI chance. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And ground ball to second base. Edwards got it. Throw to first. And he pitches out of that jam. Could have been a lot worse for Miller. But Okamoto, big 2-out RBI single. Gets one of those runs back. We're up 3 now as we head to the 6th inning. And new pitcher for us going to be Louis Varland. Horton threw a ton of pitches to get all his strikeouts. So Varland's going to come in. Hard-throwing right-hander. Just want to keep this right where it is with a 3-run lead. First man he's going to face, Xavier Edwards. He's over 2 with a strikeout. Always good to keep him off base. He's a stolen base threat too. 0-2 pitch from Louis is on the way. It's a pop-up on the infield. Okamoto racing over, standing on the foul line. Now it's in fair territory, and that's the first out here in the top of the 6th. Great jam shot there. Now to bring in Moises Ballesteros, 1 for 2 with a double. 0-1 count. Pitch from Louis. There's a shot to right field. Wood racing back to the track, to the wall. Leaps, and it's gone into the bullpen. So Miami gets a run back down to a 2-run deficit. As Ballesteros hits his 3rd home run of the postseason. Did a little better job getting back there to jump, but it was over his head anyway, even with the 6'5", 6'6" James Wood. Here's a replay. Smoked that pitch. And would have had to be 8 foot tall to catch that one. That'll bring in Andrew Vaughn now with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch to him is a ground ball, second base. Caballero's got it. Throw to first. And there we go. 2nd out of the inning. Good job. Keep him off base. That'll bring in Agustin Ramirez. 2 for 2 with 2 singles today. Hot bat hitting 9th. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a high towering shot to left field. Not sure what happened with that camera view, but off the foul pole. That was a weird camera view. Just stand up and show me black sky. But Agustin Ramirez, 2nd home run of the inning, and now this is a 1-run game. High towering shot, 109 miles an hour. Farland just trying to get out of the inning. And Ramirez taking 8 years to get around the bases. Here's the replay. High curving shot and doink right off the screen. Now we go to the top of the order now. Kyle Stowers, he's 2 for 3, single and a double. These guys have serious power in this lineup. Got to be careful. Here's the pitch from Louis. And it's going to be a ground ball, second base. Caballero's got it. Throw to first, and we get out of the inning. But the Miami Marlins, pair home runs. Ballesteros, Ramirez, take this back to a 1-run game. And coming in out of the pen, new pitcher Tyler Phillips, taking over from Miller. See his numbers in the postseason. He was 4-3 with a 3.04 ERA in a regular season. And Harry Ford's going to lead things off for us here in the bottom half. So he's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. 1-2 pitch is a smash to first, grabbed by Vaughn, step on the bag, and there's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring in Jose Caballero. Singled his first time, stolen base, and bunt towards second base. Edwards comes in, and he's never going to get him. Caballero catches everybody by surprise, including me. Push bunt past the pitcher. Second baseman's playing deep, has no chance. Watch this. Looks like he's going to swing, and then he push bunts it all the way. Look how deep he was at second base. And there we go. Caballero finding a way to get on. You know we're going to send him first pitch. Here it comes. Strike, throw down, and he's in safely again. So 2 singles and 2 stolen bases tonight for Caballero. Did replay. Guy has like 96 or 98 steal rating, so you know he's going to go any chance we get. One reason, like I said, why I got him. Great pinch runner. Now he's going to play every day. Here's the pitch from to McVay. And swing and miss. Throw down, and he's out. He goes quickly on 3 pitches. Now we have a man at second and 2 out. That'll bring in Buxton. 1 for 3. Home run. 2 runs scored on that error by Edwards later in the inning. Behind 0-1. Here's the pitch from Phillips. There's a ground ball to first base. Vaughn's got it. He'll step on the bag. So get a man on. Get him over. Can't get him in. Cling to a 5-4 lead as we head to the top of the 7th inning. We're going to skip ahead to the top of the 8th inning. Nothing happened in the 7th for either team, and Pete Fairbanks is going to come in out of the pen and give us a scoreless 8th inning. Very important inning here is the pitch, and a bunt by Edwards in front of the plate. Ford can't get to it. He's easily in there, so Edwards says, hey, Caballero, you're going to bunt your way on. I'm going to do the same thing. See this replay. Popped it up. Perfectly dropped between the two, and there's no way Ford was going to get him. But he didn't throw it away. So now they have a man on first. Nobody out. Ballesteros, home run and a double tonight. Got to watch Edwards. Might try and steal his way in the scoring position. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Ring him up. Thank you. Very big strikeout there. Dangerous hitter. And that'll bring in Andrew Vaughn, who's hitless tonight. Already got one ground out. See if we can get into a double play here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw down. And he's in safely. So Edwards takes care of the double play possibility with the stolen base. Moves the tying run to second base. See the replay. Had a good jump. Chose a slider to run on. Throw wasn't very good. Short hopped it there. Stronger throw might have had him. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Vaughn. And check swing. He said he went around. So we get another big strikeout in the inning. So now they're going to have a man in scoring position in 2 outs. We go to Augustin Ramirez. 2 singles and a home run. He and Ballesteros have been, and Stowers, those 3 have been so tough to get out. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Fairbanks, and there's a tapper in front of the plate. Pete's got it. Throws the first, and he got him. So there we go. Pitch around the bunt single and the stolen base. Couple of big strikeouts. Head to the bottom of the inning. Clinging to a 5-4 lead. Come on, boys. So we need more runs. And leading off, it's going to be Wyatt Langford 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. See if he can get the offense sparked here and get us attack on run. Calvin Fauché in the game now. Here's a fly ball into right field. Carpenter racing back, and he'll take that. And there's 1 up and 1 down. Now bring in Eli. He's 1 for 3 with a single tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Here's a fly ball into shallow center field. Racing in is Robles, and he's got that. So 2 up and 2 down. Now to bring in Harry Ford. He's hitless tonight. 2-2 count, and the pitch. And here's a ground ball off the mound and through. There we go. He gets the first hit of the night for himself. So we get a man on with 2 outs. See if we can get a 2-out rally going. That'll bring in Jose Caballero, 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 stolen bases. Just need him to extend the inning. 2 count. Here's a line drive base hit past Vaughn into right field. So he is going to extend the inning. Got 2 on, 2 out now as he head to the top of the order. And Tom McVeigh, O'Shea pitching himself into a serious jam. Here's McVeigh, 2 for 4, a single and a double, scored twice. 1-1 count. Come on, get a third hit. There's a fly ball into right center field. Robles drifting over, and he'll have that for the 3rd out. So we do get 2 on. Don't get them in. This game's going to go to the top of the 9th. Nationals up 5-4. Coming in out of the pen, our closer, Garrett Whitlock. See if he can have a drama-free 9th inning. That's right. Scoreboard says slam the door. I hope he does. I don't want anybody on base tonight at all. There's his numbers in the postseason. It's been a struggle fest for sure. First man up, Kyle Stowers, 2 for 4. He can easily tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. Runs the count full. Here's the pitch. And low for ball 4. So we're going to get the tying run on. That's better than giving up an extra base hit, but still never want to put the tying run on base in the 9th. Now I'll bring in Isaac Paredes, 0 for 3 with a sac fly tonight. Pretty much handled him for the most part. A couple of strikeouts. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And as a tapper to third base, Okamoto got it. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first, and there we go. 5-4-3 double play. Exactly what we needed. Erase that base runner. See the replay. Got him to chase the pitch, roll it over. And Okamoto's defense has been stellar to go along with that great bat. That'll bring up Kerry Carpenter. He can tie this game with 1 swing. First pitch to him. There's a ground ball to first, snag by McVeigh. Race to the bag, and there we go. The Nats race out to an early lead. Hold off the Marlins. Take game 1 of the NLCS 5-4. Great performance by Cade Horton. And Marlins bats showed they're going to be something to contend with. We have good bats on our side as well, so it's going to be a matter of who can pitch better in this series. See the line score, White, 3 runs in 3 innings. Horton, 2 runs in 5 innings with 9 Ks. Ramirez had 3 hits. Buxton, a home run. Ramirez also had a home run. We take the all-important game 1. Now on to game 2. Here's the box score. 2 hits for Stowers, 2 for Carpenter, 2 for Ballesteros, 3 for Ramirez, 11 Ks, only 1 walk. He had 3 doubles, 2 homers. Thomas White, 4 runs, 3 earned in 3 innings. Miller gives up a run. Phillips and Fauché, a little bit of drama, but they didn't give up any runs. Our side, McVay, 2 hits. Caballero, 3 walks in the game. Buxton with that early home run. And Horton just threw so many pitches, couldn't get through past 5. And then Varland with the 2 solo homers, but the rest of the guys in the pen did their job. We get the all-important win here in Game 1. Now important Game 2 as the Marlins try to get back in this series. Nats trying to take a 2-0 lead before we go to Miami. Big game for both teams here. 2 high-powered offenses, which pitching staff is going to shut the other one down. On the mound today for us, Brady Singer, great acquisition from the Cardinals prior to the trade deadline. He's been pitching great. And for the Marlins, Christian Javier, he was 5-15 with a 5.06 ERA during the regular season. It's the Miami Marlins. It's the Washington Nationals. It's Game 2 of the NLCS here on MLB The Show 26. There he is, Brady Singer. See what he did in the first round against the Mets. Phenomenal pitcher, and so glad we could get him. I didn't realize we were going to get to keep him for at least 2 more seasons, maybe even 3. I got to remember, we'll look that up, but he's not a 1-year rental. First man he's going to face, Kyle Stowers. See if Brady can control these bats this game. He's more of a sinker ball pitcher, though. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball. McVay grabs it, steps on the bag, and 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the first inning of Game 2. Marlins lineup, it's going to be exactly the same one that they used in Game 1. And stepping in, Isaac Paredes, 0 for 4 with a sac fly in Game 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to short, grabbed by Willits. Takes his time, throw to first, and there we go. 2 up, 2 down here in the opening frame. Now to bring in Kerry Carpenter. First pitch to him. There's a high fly ball into center field. Buxton racing back on the track in front of the 402 sign, and he's got it for the 3rd out. Wasn't sure if that was going to stay in the park or not, but it does. We go to the bottom of the 1st. McVay, Buxton, Wood coming up. On the mound, like I said earlier, Christian Javier. Much better 2 starts in the postseason than what he did during the regular season. Sometimes the sim is not kind to good pitchers. Leading off again for us, Tom McVay up to 231 now. A couple of hits in Game 1. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And there's a shot over third. That's going to drop and be a base hit. There we go. McVay's going to get on to lead off the bottom of the 1st inning. We're going to do some running with him right away. First pitch. Long look. Here he goes. Throw. Strike. And he's in safely with a stolen base. So there we go. Automatically man in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom half. Buxton with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right center field. Racing back is Carpenter. He's got it. McVay tags. He's going to go to 3rd base. So now we have a man on 3rd with less than 2 outs. In our lineup tonight, exactly the same lineup that we had for Game 1. Although Vinny's working his way. He might be on the bench soon if he doesn't straighten up. Now all you need from Wood is a ground ball or a fly ball. And here's a smash into left field. Racing in. Caught. Stowers. Throw. McVay's going to go. Here's the play. At the plate. He's out. Wow. I know I was taking a chance sending him there, but I thought he could get in there. See this replay. It's a shallow fly, and you got to make him throw a strike. And he absolutely did throw a strike. 1 hopper right to the plate. And McVay couldn't get around the tag. All right, pick this up in the 3rd inning. Nothing happened in the 2nd for either team. 3 up, 3 down for both. Ballesteros going to lead off for the Marlins. Here's a blooper into center field. Buxton on the run, and he'll take that for the 1st out. Got to give you 3 games in this episode, so we're going to cut out as much dead weight as we can. And Andrew Vaughn's going to step in now with nobody on and 1 out. 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch from Brady, and there's a fly ball into right center field. And that ball is down and off the wall. Wood gets it back in, and Vaughn's going to be in with a 1-out double. So the Marlins trying to get on the board first today. Get a man scoring position and 1 out for Agustin Ramirez. Dangerous hitter. 3 hits and a homer in game 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Caballero's got it. Throw it. Come on. And he just gets him. That momentum. I'm sitting there pushing the button to throw it to first, and he wouldn't throw the ball. Lucky to get 1 out. Now we have man on third and 2 out for Stowers. Still a dangerous power threat. You're going to see a lot of sinkers on a Singer tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a tapper off his foot over to first base. McVay can't get to the bag in time. And that's going to be an infield RBI single off the pitcher. Now they got to check on Brady to see if he's okay. It probably makes it all the way through for a base hit either way. You don't want him to playing pinata with your pitcher. He's going to stay in the game and then bring in Isaac Paredes now with 1 on and 2 out. 0-2 count on him. And swing and miss, and he strikes out on that sinker. So that's the 3rd out of the inning. But the Marlins use a double and an infield single. Score the first run of the game. Go to the bottom of 3rd. Willits, Ford, Caballero coming up for the Nats. Then leading off for the Nationals here in the bottom of 3rd is going to be shortstop Eli Willits. See his numbers in the postseason. It's been on the rise lately. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, base hit up the middle. There we go. We need Eli going. Another bat in the bottom of the order, especially to replace Okamoto since we had to push him up. That'll get a leadoff man on. That's a tying run. That'll bring in Harry Ford. He's hitting .261 in the postseason. First pitch to him. There's a fly ball into left center field. Robles racing over, and he'll be under it and have it for the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd. That'll bring in Caballero. 3 hits. Game 1. 0-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Robles drifting back, and he'll easily take that for the second out. Willits goes back to first. That'll bring in Tom McVay. 2 hits, game 1. Leadoff single in this game, starting to heat up. 0-1 count on him. 1 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch. There's a shot in the left center field. That's going to get down. Willits around second on his way to 3rd. Robles gets it. Willits around 3rd. He's going to score on the play, especially on that wild throw. And there we go. Tom McVay, clutch 2-out double. Ties this game at 1 here in the 3rd inning. See this replay. Takes this pitch and just drives it to the opposite field. Can't wait for him to develop a little bit more power so those pitches will become home runs instead of doubles. But I'll take the RBI double right here to tie this game. Look at this pitch. There we go, Tom Boy. Get this game tied. Don't let them have any momentum. Now bring in Buxton now. Man on second. 2 outs. Now it's a tie game. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field over towards the line. Carpenter is going to have it for the 3rd out. But the Nationals, 2-out double by Tom McVay gets this game tied as we head to the 4th inning. Nothing happened in the 4th, so we're going to take it to the top of the 5th inning. Xavier Edwards leading things off for the Marlins. Still tied at 1-1. Here's the first pitch from Singer. And there's a bunt to 3rd base. Okamoto charging in. Gloves it, throws, and it's another bunt single for Edwards. Got to worry about playing the corners in with him, especially with nobody on base. That'll bring in Ballesteros. Light out his first time. Sees 2 for 5 in the series. Down in count 0-2. Brady looking for a punch out on the high pitch. And here's a fly ball into left field. Langford drifting over a few steps. He'll have that for the first out as the runner has to go back to first. Throw so many sinkers and you got to throw a cutter up and in and keep him honest. Now bring in Andrew Vaughn. Doubled his first time. 1 on, 1 out, 1-1 pitch. It is low. Runner goes, and he had such a good jump that we didn't bother to throw it on second. Singer took forever to throw the ball, threw an off-speed pitch, and easy stolen base. Now you have man at second, 1 out, 3-1 pitch, and that's high for ball 4. So Vaughn's going to draw a walk, and they're going to have 2 men on with 1 out. Maybe we can get a double play now. Dangerous hitter, though, in Ramirez. First pitch to him. There's a ground ball to first. McVay's got it, throws the second for 1. Throw back, and there you go. 3-6-3 double play. Got to ask for it to get it sometimes. Big double play there on a tough hitter. get out of that two-man on jam, keep this game at 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And leading off for the Nats, it's going to be left fielder Wyatt Langford, hitless in the series so far. Only 4 at-bats, though. He's down 1-2. There's a pitch from Javier. There's a high fly ball down the left field line, and it is gone for a home run. Wyatt Langford, his first postseason home run, just kept it inside the foul pole. Now we have a 2-1 lead here in Game 2. There we go. What a way to get your first hit of the series. A big fly. See you later. And the Nats using the long ball in the series early and often. See this replay. Hammers it. Had to wait to see if it was going to hook, hit the foul pole or not. And it went right around the pole. There we go. That'll bring in Eli Willits now. Singled his first time. Act as a second leadoff hitter in the inning. Full count on him. Here's the pitch from Javier. And outside for ball 4. So there we go. A home run and a walk. Good way to start the inning. Especially at the bottom of the order. That'll bring in Harry Ford now. Light out his first time. See if he can find grass somewhere. Just don't hit into a double play. Long look. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into left field towards the corner. Racing over to Stowers, and he's got it for the first out. The runner has to scamper back to first base. That'll bring in Caballero. 3 hits yesterday, flight out today. Nice to have another hot hitter at the bottom of the order, especially with speed. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and outside all the way to the backstop. Willits is going to go to second base. Overcooked knuckle curve there. Now we have a man in scoring position with 1 out. Base hit. Give us an additional run. Manager's like, what the hell was that? 2-2 count now. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and he strikes out Caballero on the circle change. Big out there for Javier. See, it's his first strikeout of the game. Replay. Got him to swing early and over it. So now it's going to take a 2-out hit to get this runner home. McVay, just the man we want to see. Single and a double, RBI, 2-out RBI double last time up. Hottest hitter in the lineup right now. 0-1 count. Here's a pitch from Javier. There's a smash, 1-hopper, knocked down by Vaughn. Throws to the pitcher, and he'll beat McVay to the bag. So Miami gives up a solo shot to Wyatt Langford to start the inning. Pitch around to runner at second to keep it 2-1 deficit as we head to the 6th inning. And leading off for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. We go back to the top of the order. First pitch is a ground ball past diving Caballero into center field. I have a leadoff man on, and a wild throw by Buxton, and the runner's going to go to second base. What was that? I mean, I literally just hit the button to throw to second base. I wasn't trying to gun anybody out. You want to see scripted errors in this game is right here. There's no reason for Buxton to throw this ball away. Absolutely none. Except the game wants their batter to be at second base. Tell me that's not what happened. Now bring in Paredes now. Man on second, nobody out. And there's a long fly ball to left field, and that one is gone. Man, I should have paused the game, taken a second to collect myself. I was still upset because of that stupid throw. And I put a pitch where I shouldn't have put it. And Paredes takes it deep. That was 100% on me for not collecting myself. Look at this pitch right over the middle of the plate. Home run hitters don't miss that. And just like that, the Marlins have a 3-2 lead here in Game 2. So, guys, do yourself a favor. When garbage happens, just pause. Take a lap. Do something. Take a shot. I don't care. That'll bring in Kerry Carpenter now. Nobody on and nobody out. Miami up 3-2. 0-2 pitch from Singer. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on the sinker, and that's a first out here in the 6th inning. Singer does a better job of handling the situation than I did. That'll bring in Lopez. First pitch to him is a ground ball to first. McVay's got it. He's going to race to the bag, and there's 2 down. Nice recovery by Singer. Get these 2 guys out. That'll bring in Robles. 0 for 2 strikeout, flyout, hitless in the series so far. Down and a count, 1-2. Pitch from Brady. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So give up the single, the error, the 2-run homer, get the next 3 guys out. But Isaac Paredes gives the Marlins a 3-2 lead in a game they need to win. So we head to the bottom of the inning. And new pitcher coming in and out of pen will be Jacob Miller. He pitched in game 1. He's going to face Buxton, Wood, and Okamoto here in the bottom of the 6th inning. See his numbers that he put up in game 1. Buxton 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts tonight. Really could use to get him on base and steal into scoring position. Or I'll take another homer. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Miller. There's a rip to left field. That's a base hit. There we go. Going to be on first. You know, we're going to send him right away. James Wood steps in. Here's the pitch. There he goes. Strike. Throw down. Not even close. He's in safe. And there we go. Tying run at second base now with nobody out. The replay got a really good jump that time. He was almost standing up before the ball got there. See the replay. He hit the bag and the ball hasn't even come close to the glove. So base hit here will get the game tied. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw to third and he's out. I got greedy. I'll admit it. I thought, well, we'll steal his way to third base. We can score on a ground out or a fly ball. We'll give him 2 chances to knock him in there. And got him gunned down. And now there's 1 out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss by Wood. And he strikes out. So we went from having a man on second and nobody out to nobody on and 2 outs. That'll bring in Okamoto. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Between the McVay getting gunned at the plate and that one, I hope that doesn't come back to hurt us. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and there's a line smash over short. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. And that would have most definitely driven in Buxton if I just stayed at second base. So now we have a man scoring position with 2 outs, but we don't have a tie ball game. That's what happens when you get greedy. That'll bring in Vinny. Be nice if he could come through in a clutch. There's a high fly ball into left field. Stowers drifting over, and he's easily going to take that. That's the end of the 6th inning. Had exactly what we wanted, man. Scoring position, 1 out. Ran ourselves out of a scoring chance. We're down 3-2 as we head to the 7th. We're going to pick this up in the bottom of the 7th. Marlins did nothing in the top half. New pitcher for the Marlins, Ryan Helsley. He's going to face Wyatt Langford. Langford homered to give us a lead his last time up. 1-1 count. Here's a pitch from Helsley. There's a smash in the right field, and that's going to get down in front of Carpenter, so we're going to get the leadoff man on again. Langford's not quite the same stolen base threat, though, as Buxton or McVay or Caballero, but we'll take the leadoff man on. That'll bring in Eli. And a single and a walk tonight. He does have home run power. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive to left field and right at Stowers. Didn't even have to move. That's the first out here in this bottom of the 7th inning. Good wood on that, but right at him. And that'll bring in Harry Ford 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Just need him to find grass. Just hit a ground ball past second base. A little blooper over short. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Langford stealing on a play, and he's in with a stolen base. Not sure if that was a steal or a hit and run. I can't remember what we did on the play, but either way, he gets a stolen base. Gets him in scoring position. One more time. He had 24 steals a year ago, but had less than 10 this year. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Ford, and a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. So you get the man in scoring position and fail to get him in, fail to even get him over. First K for Helsley. See this replay. You're gearing up for 100, and he throws the slider, and you're way out in front. Nasty combination. Now it's going to take a 2-out hit by Caballero, and we're going to the bench. We're going to bring in Jose Tena, Mr. 99 clutch. Stepping in with a man in scoring position. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to first base. Vaughn's got it. Step on the bag, and that's the 3rd out. We do not get the tying run home. Man, missed opportunities in this game. Go ahead to the 8th inning. Still 3-2 Miami. And we're going to pick this up in the bottom of the 9th. Nothing happened for either team. Bottom of the 8th or top of the 9th. Closer Ronnie Enriquez is going to come in and try and shut this down and get the win for Miami. First man he's going to face is Okamoto. 1 for 3 with a double. Should have been an RBI double. 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball into right field. Carpenter chasing it back to the track and got it in front of the wall. Man, thought that was going to keep carrying, but it just died at the last minute. Okamoto thought it was going out too. So now they'll bring up Vinny. Nobody on and 1 out. If he doesn't start hitting, we may go back to Dunbar at DH. It's always an option. Full count on Vinny. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Carpenter racing back, shy of the track this time. And he's got that for the second out. Thought that one might go too. Now to bring in Langford. Got 2 hits and a home run. If he can get a hold of one, tie this game up. Nobody on and 2 out here in the 9th. Down to our last out. 2-0 pitch. And a jam shot floater to the right field line. And it is caught by Carpenter. Running catch. Hoping that would drop fair or foul, but it didn't. And the Marlins hang on and win Game 2. Even the series at a game apiece. Javier pitched decently good. And they got just enough offense when they needed it. And we kind of ran ourselves out of a potential at least 2 runs. See the line score. Javier, 2 earned runs in 5 innings. Paredes, the big 2-run shot. That was the difference. Good start by Singer. Langford had a good game, but missed chances. Me being greedy cost us a game. Now we have to go back to Miami with this series tied. Check the box score. 2 hits for Stowers, 2 hits for Vaughn. Only 1 walk, only 5 Ks. Paredes with that big 2-run shot was the difference. Javier, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Bullpen, no runs allowed, only 3 hits. The last 4 innings, our side, McVay 2 hits, Langford 2 hits, only 1 walk, a couple of doubles and a homer. Singer pitched a good game, but just made 1 mistake. And sometimes that's the difference in the game, making 1 mistake. I made 3 of them with that running play by McVay, trying to score, trying to steal third. Sometimes you just got to leave it alone and play the game and not try to force things. Now the NLCS shifts down to Miami, Florida. Beautiful night here down in South Florida. Roof is open, and this series is even up at 1 apiece. Both teams looking to gain an advantage here. We need to make sure we win at least one of these games to bring the series back home. See both 1-run games. We got out to a big lead, held them off. And then back and forth in Game 2. Tom McVay's bat's heating up. Is that going to be enough to get us going the rest of the series? On the mound for them, Yuri Perez. Big, strong right-hander. This is the NLCS on MLB The Show 26. Like I said, Yuri Perez on the mound. See what he's done in the postseason in 3 games. Regular season, he was 10-10 with a 4.54 ERA. Another one in the case of those where he's better in real life than he is in the video game. Doesn't sim quite as well for the most part. First man, like I said before, Tom McVay, our leadoff guy, is heating up. See if he can get things going here. Tough task for Perez. Runs the count 3-1. Here's the pitch to McVay. There's a high fly ball into center field. And that's going to be caught. That's going to be Jacob Marcy out there in center field. We'll get to their lineup changes in a minute. In ours, we have the exact same lineup, except Jose Tena is going to come in and play second base with that left-handed bat in the lineup. Vinny really needs to start heating up. Someone is hot. Byron Buxton stepping in. Homer to get the last game started. See if he gets another one here. 3-2 count and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out way, way ahead of that slider. Nasty pitch by Perez. There's 2 up, 2 down here in the first inning. Now to bring in James Wood. Need him to keep his hot bat going. Down and count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Perez. And swing and a miss. That slider ate him up as well. So quick 1-2-3 inning for Yuri Perez and the Miami Marlins. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Marcy, Paredes, and Stowers coming up. On the mound for us, Sugar Shane McClanahan, having just an outstanding postseason. Hasn't walked anybody. 32% strikeout rate. Giving up 1 run in each game. First man he's going to face is center fielder Jacob Marcy. Got better splits against lefties. 2-2 count on him. Here's a pitch from Shane. And it's a high fly ball into right field. Wood will drift over a few steps, settle under it, and he's going to have that for the first out. One up, one down. Now the Marlins line up. See Marcy goes to center field, Stowers to DH, Carpenter to left, Robles shifts to right. Out goes Ramirez. Wholesale changes in their lineup. Isak Paredes, home run, won game 2. There's a ground ball up the middle, diving stop by Willits, and it gets away. And Paredes is going to be on with an infield single, so they're going to have a man on with one out here in the first. Now to bring in Stowers. 2-2 pitch to him is in the dirt. And no, they said it wasn't a swing, so the count's going to go full. 3-2 pitch on the way. He swings and misses and strikes out on that inside fastball. There we go. Big strikeout there. First one of the game, second out of the inning, and that'll bring in Kerry Carpenter. Still a dangerous hitter, even against left-handed pitching. 1 on, 2 out, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And takes strike 3 at the knees on the outside corner. So Shane gets a man on, gets a couple of big strikeouts. Head of the second inning. This game is still scoreless. Game 3, LCS. We're skipping ahead to the top of the third. Both teams went 1-2-3 in the second. So Eli Willits would be the first man up for the Nats. Here in the third. 1-1 count. Pitch from Perez on the way. There's a line shot into right field. That's going to drop and be a base hit. So we're going to get our leadoff man on here in the third inning. There we go. That'll bring in Harry Ford. Need him to get a couple of hits in a game instead of getting one here, one there. Here's the pitch, ground ball, and Edwards got it. Throw to first, and he's out. That was a hit and run. We sent Willits, tried to hit the ball through the right side like I was talking about, and just got it too much to Edwards, but we do move the man up and stay out of the double play, and that'll bring in Jose Tena. And that's all important because now his 99 hitting clutch gets the kick in with a man on second. 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch from Perez. There's a line shot in the left field and right at Carpenter, and he's got that for the second out. And go back to the top of the order, Tom McVeigh. Need a 2-out hit here. There's a high fly ball in right field, and there it goes! 2-run shot, Tom McVeigh. We jump out to a 2-0 lead here in Game 3. Hey, asked for that 2-out hit. Didn't expect it to be the big fly because I have trouble hitting home runs with him when I play, but there we go. Got all of that one. And he is red hot right now. That was letter high inside. He turns on that pitch and hammered it. You can see he's got power potential years down the road. That'll bring in Byron Buxton now with nobody on and 2 out, but the Nationals are up 2-0. See if he can jumpstart the inning again. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Perez. There's a line shot into right field. That's going to drop and be a base hit. There we go. He does get on base. You know we're going to send him right away. Now we have 2-out rally continuing. First pitch. There he goes. Here's the pitch. High, throw down, in safe. Picked a good pitch. Threw a slider, and it took him forever to throw the pitch. Took forever the ball get there, so now we have man in scoring position again and 2 out. Buxton was so safe on that play. Perfect pitch for us to go on. Now Wood has a chance to drive in a run with 2 outs. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss, and he strikes out on the high 100-mile-an-hour four-seamer. I was just trying to foul that off. But Tom McVeigh comes through, clutch, 2 out, 2-run homer. The Nats are up 2-0 now as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And first man up for Miami here in the third is going to be Victor Robles, playing right field today. Came in red hot, and we've kind of shut him down. 1-1 count, and a pitch from Shane is a fly ball into center field. Buxton racing over, and he'll have that for the first out. That'll bring in Ballesteros. 2-1 count on him, and a pitch from Shane. The ground ball to first, grabbed by McVeigh, run to the bag. There we go, 2 up, 2 down here in the third. just what you want to do when your team puts up runs. The pitcher wants to get out there and shut them down and go back to the top of the order. And Jacob Marcy, line out his first time. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And jam shot to third, backhanded by Okamoto. Throw all the way across, and he gets him easily for the third out. So there we go. 1-2-3 inning for Shane and the Nats. This game goes to the fourth inning, up 2-0, looking for more runs. And leading off will be Kazuma Okamoto. First pitch from Perez. A ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. There we go. Get that leadoff man on. Keep that hot postseason alive for Okamoto. I'll have one on. Nobody out for Vinny. Come on, Vinny, do something. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into center field. Marcy's going to have that easily, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Yeah, if he doesn't get a hit this game, we're definitely going to go to Dunbar next game. And in steps Wyatt Langford now, 0 for 1 with a fly out. Solo shot, game 2. 2-2 count on him. Here's a pitch from Perez. There's a high fly ball right to right field. Back step, couple of steps. Robles, he's got that. And a wild throw coming in, but at least snag that and keep the run from advancing. So 1 on and 2 out for Eli Willits now. Here's the first pitch to him. And off the catcher, rolls away, and a runner's going to get down to second base, and Okamoto is in safely on the wild pitch. So now we have a man in scoring position with 2 outs. See the replay. Didn't get that far away, but Okamoto read it well. Got in there safely. And see. That's what happens when you throw a slider sometimes. Now base hit, hopefully extend the lead. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Here's a high fly ball, and yeah, it does give us a 2-0 lead. Makes it 4-0. As Eli curls that around the foul pole. He's got power too, boys and girls. 109 miles an hour off the bat. And there we go. McVeigh and Willits flexing the power. Not guys you expect, but we're up 4-0. See the replay. Hammered that pitch. Just a matter, is it going to stay fair? And it just goes over the top and around the foul pole. That'll bring in Harry Ford now with nobody on and 2 out. And Washington up to a 4-0 lead now here in the fourth. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Perez. And a fly ball into right field. Racing over is Robles towards the line. And he's going to have it for the third out. But hey, another 2-run homer, this time by Eli Willits. Nationals taking it out on Yuri Perez tonight. We're up 4-0 going to the bottom of the fourth. And leading off for the Marlins, the Isaac Paredes. Singled his first time. Down to count 0-2 though. Here's the pitch. There's a shot over first base. That's going to get down. Wood racing over. And it's off the wall. Gets it and throws it back in. And he's going to hold him to a single. Nice hustle there by James Wood to get to that ball. Paredes is not the fastest runner, but he holds him to a single. And that'll bring in Stowers now with 1 on and nobody out. Struck out his first time. Full count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss, and he strikes out for the second time tonight. Big out there for Shane, his third K. That'll bring in Carpenter with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch, and knocks him down. Carpenter doesn't like that. I don't think Shane was sending a message. I think they just got away from him. 2-0 pitch now to Carpenter. Here's a high fly ball in the left center field. Racing over is Langford, and it is down and off the wall. Throw comes back in. I think I have men at second and third, and only 1 out as Carpenter gets a little revenge on that chin music with a double. Luckily, they didn't have a fast runner on first. That'll bring in Andrew Vaughn now, second and third, and 1 out. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a pop-up up the right field line over by the stands. McVeigh has got it, and he's going to throw to the plate and hold the runner at third base. So there we go. Great pitch there by Shane. Doesn't get a strikeout. Gets the foul out, though. Now Edwards going to step in with 2 on and 2 out. He's going to need a base hit to drive in a run. Marlins trying to get on the scoreboard. 1-1 pitch from Shane. There's a ground ball to second base. Tania's got it. Throw to first, and there we go. So McClanahan gives up a single and a double. Pitches out of the jam. Gives up no runs. We're up 4-0 after 4. And we head to the top of the fifth, and a new pitcher from Miami. It's going to be Jansen Junk, starting pitcher. During the regular season, he was 4-2 with a 4.15 ERA. He's pitching out of the bullpen in the playoffs. See his numbers in the postseason, not very good. First man up is going to be Jose Tena. 0-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left center field, racing over his Carpenter, and he'll easily have that. So 1 up, 1 down here in the fifth. That'll bring in Tom McVeigh. 2-run shot in the third, got the scoring started. He said before, he is red hot right now. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. It's a rope. Oh, and it's snagged by Vaughn at first. McVeigh hammered that pitch right into his glove. You can see his reaction there. He thought he had that down in the corner. Now we have nobody on and 2 out for Buxton. He's 1 for 2 with a single today. See if we can get him on and steal him into scoring position like we've done several times. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a shot over first. That's going to get down. Robles cuts it off. Throw comes back in, and there we go. Like I said, get him on first. Steal him into scoring position. James Wood at the plate. You know he's going to go. There he goes. Here's the pitch. Strike. Throw down, and he is in safe. You know the game plan. Now we have a man at second and 2 out. Base hit will make it 5-0. Here's the pitch. There's a shot in the left field, and that's going to drop in front of Carpenter. And there we go. Exactly what we needed. 5-0. Nationals on the RBI single by James Wood. Just takes the pitch the other way. See the replay. Pitch is outside. Just goes with the pitch. Serves to the left field. And we get that tack-on run. That'll bring in Okamoto now with 1 on and 2 out. It's a line drive in the center field, and Marcy on the run. He's going to have that for the 3rd out. But the Nationals get a tack-on run. Big RBI single. 2-out single by James Wood. Up 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And first up for the Marlins going to be shortstop Otto Lopez. He 1 for 9 in the series. Just been a disaster year for him this year. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Shane. And strike 3 on the inside corner at the knees. And that's the first out here in the 5th inning. Strikeout number 4 by McClanahan. That'll bring in Robles. 0 for 1 tonight. Hitless in the series. Down on the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up up the third base side. Ford racing over by the dugout. And he's got it for the 2nd out. Jam shot. Nasty pitch there by Shane. And that'll bring in Ballesteros now. 2 for 8 in the series. Hasn't had a hit since game 1, though. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss on that slow curveball, and he strikes him out. Strikeout number 5 for McClanahan. Nice 1-2-3 inning. As we head to the 6th, up 5-0. And we're going to jump to the top of the 7th inning. Both teams went down 1-2-3 in the 6th. Harry Ford up, and he hits a line drive. Base hit the center off Jansen Junk. So the Nationals will have their leadoff man on here in the 7th. Here we go, Harry. That'll bring in Jose Tena. First pitch to him. There's a ground ball. Base hit past third base. So our first 2 guys are going to reach. Definitely what you want out of the bottom of the order. Get guys on base in front of the top of the order guys. And McVeigh comes in. First pitch swinging. Here's a high fly ball in the left center field. Carpenter's going to have that. And that'll be the 1st out. Probably should have taken a pitch or 2 with McVeigh there. That'll bring in Buxton. 2 for 3. 2 singles. 2 stolen bases. Manufactured run last time he was up with a single and stolen base. 3-2 pitches inside for ball 4. So now Junk's going to have the bases loaded and 1 out, and James Wood coming to the plate. Not what you want to do when you're down 5-0. Wood just needs to hit the ball to the outfield to get another run. Here's the pitch. There's a line shot. 1 hopper to short. Throw to second for 1. Jump throw to first, and wow. He absolutely scorched that ball. It has nothing but an ending double play to show for it. Watch this replay. High fastball hammers that. 1 hop, and he hit it so hard that he had plenty of time to turn the double play. We're up 5-0 going to the bottom half. And the Marlins will go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th. So we'll pick it up top of the 8th. Tyler Phillips coming into the game now. He's pitched in every game in this series so far. First man, he's going to face Kazuma Okamoto. His nickname is Oak, so I got to remember that. It's Okamoto, not Akamoto. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch, and it's an inside-out swing. Ground ball to first, step on the bag, and there's one out here in the top of the 8th inning. Now to bring in Vinny. Hitless tonight, 0 for 10 in the series. He doesn't get a hit here. He's definitely on the bench for next game. 2-0 pitch. Here's a line drive to left field, and that is going to drop for a base hit. So he took me serious, so he does get a hit. I still might replace him, but at least he did something positive for a change. Get a man on. We're going to pinch run with Seaver King. Much better speed. This will be his major league debut. In steps Wyatt Langford now with 1 on and 1 out. 5-0 lead, top of the 8th. Phillips comes set. 0-1 pitch on the way. Is a broken back grounder. Phillips races over. Got it. Throws to first. That'll be the second out of the inning as King moves the second on the play. Absolutely shattered that bat. Now to bring in Mr. Home Run himself as well. Eli Willits up to 321 now in the postseason. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a shot into right field. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall into the corner. Seaver King's going to come in and score. It's going to be 6-0 Nationals as Eli Willits, another extra base hit. He is on fire along with Tom McVay. What are those two eating? See this replay. Just turns on the pitch. Hammers low screamer down into the corner, off the MLB network sign. Now we're up 6-0, and Harry Ford, who singled his last time, is going to step in with a man in scoring position. 2 outs here in the 8th. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle, and that's through. Willits around third. He's going to score. It's going to be 7-0 Washington. Statement game here. They're doing it with home runs. They're doing it with base hits. That's it. Horace coming out. They're going back to the bullpen. New pitcher for the Marlins. Calvin Fauché. We saw him pitch in the last game. Unlike the Mets, they have a lot of arms in their bullpen for this series. Jose Tena is going to step in now with 1 on and 2 out. He's got a single in this game. Down 1-2 though. Here's the pitch. And swings and a fly ball to right field, racing over Robles, and he'll take it for the 3rd out. But the Nationals tack on 2 more runs, up 7-0 now as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And we're going to pick this up in the top of the 9th. Nationals shut them down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th, so Buxton's going to lead things off. 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left center field. Racing over is Marcy, and it's gone! Byron Buxton, his 5th home run of the postseason. 110-mile-an-hour laser shot. I thought that ball was going to hit the top of the wall, but it just kept carrying. And there we go. Another home run by the Nationals. Another postseason home run by Buxton. See this replay. That was an absolute screaming line drive. It's his 11th home run in the postseason with the Nationals. And that was it. Only run we would score in the inning. We shut them down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 9th, and we win this game convincingly 8-0. Take a 2-1 lead in the series. McClanahan, another stellar start. Another one with no walks. This time, no runs allowed. Willis had a huge game. And our boys came to play today as we take a 2-1 series lead, guaranteeing we're going back home for Game 6 if need be. Check this box score. 3 hits for Buxton, 2 hits for Okamoto, 3 for Willits, 2 for Ford. Only struck out 5 times, 1 walk. We had a double and 3 home runs, 2 steals by Buxton. McClanahan, another gem of an outing. Our bullpen, 3 perfect innings in relief. Let Brad Lord come in and finish the game off. Get him some work on their side. 2 hits for Paredes. He only had 3 hits in the game. Perez gives up 4. We got to everybody but Snelling, and Snelling got the last out in the top of the 9th inning. That was a convincing win in Game 3. And that Game 3 win guaranteed we will be going back home if we have a Game 6. Hopefully our boys will continue to hit and pitch well, and we can get these 2 more wins and sweep them at home. Roki Sasaki will be taking on Max Meyer in Game 4. Cade Horton against Thomas White, rematch from Game 1. In Game 5, if we don't win both games, then obviously we'll be back for a Game 6. That'll be Brady Singer against Christian Javier. And if we go to a Game 7, it'll be Shane McClanahan for us, and I'm not sure if it will be Yuri Perez or not, but I would expect it would be. Hopefully we can take care of business in these next 2 games and we don't have to worry about it. If you guys like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live, which will be games 4 and 5 of the NLCS. You guys take care and go Nats.